Hi everybody, it's Janice of Growing Light Wellness and Yoga, and I'm joining you from Studio Grace in Perth, New York. This is where I have my Tuesday night yoga classes. We also host some craft and yoga and some other special events here, such as sound healing with Katie. So I'm so happy to have you join me and take in this beautiful space. And today we're going to be doing just a short, slow practice focused on feeling through the body, being very gentle with ourselves, very patient with ourselves as we enter what for most people is a hectic holiday season. So I appreciate you joining me and taking this time. I'd like for us to start on our backs. I'm just going to straighten my yoga mat out here a little bit. So go ahead and find your seat here, bend the knees. Let's press into the knees with the palms and lift the chest. And then slowly on our exhale, start to lower down. You can use the hands here, one vertebra at a time. Feeling that extension through the spine, that lift through the crown of the head. Start to straighten the legs. And then spread the arms out wide for a moment. And just feel yourself extending in every direction, pressing down through the back body, lifting up through the heart, opening wide through the hands from one side of the room to the other, and of course lengthening the crown of the head away from the feet. Start to flex and extend the toes here, the feet. Maybe wiggle the fingers, give the wrists and the ankles a little rotation in one direction and the other, and then take that big expansive stretch here. Feel the center of your body. And on the inhale, feel as though you're bringing in breath and energy from those fingers, from those toes, from the crown of the head, right directly into your core, into that center of your body. And then on the exhale, let that energy flow back out from the center of the body, through the fingers, through the toes, through the crown of the head, through the soles of the feet. Take a few more breaths like that, drawing that energy in, and then releasing it back out. Feeling that expansiveness and also that stability through the center of your body. Press the low back and the tailbone into the mat. Feel the points of contact with the crown of your head, the back of your shoulder blades. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms for a moment. Let the feet open out to the sides and just notice how that feels a little different here. Take a few breaths. Let the chest open, let the heart open. Let yourself sink into the mat. Feel those points of contact. On the inhale, go ahead and hug that right knee in towards your chest. And pause here. Feel the points of contact. Feel that the hips are still evenly rooted to the mat. Point the left toes and reach that foot away, lengthening from the hip. Hug that right knee in a little closer. Take a few breaths here. Release any gripping. Just find that length. Don't force it. Let your body move with ease into the pose. One more inhale here. Exhale. On the next inhale, let that right knee open out to the side so you find a reclined tree pose, sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Let the left arm come out long. Let the right hand rest on the belly. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel both sides of your seat, your tailbone, your hips rooted into the mat. Anchoring you to the mat as your breath anchors you to your practice. With each exhale, feel that leg maybe move a little deeper. If you need support here, you can place your right hand under the thigh, or you can take a pillow or a blanket or a yoga block and place it under that thigh. Let that right hand be soft on your soft belly. On the inhale, extend that right hand out. Extend the arms up overhead for a moment. Spread your branches. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep the arms down to the side. Bring that right hand underneath the right thigh. Turn that knee toward the sky. Take a breath here. And then extend the right leg long. Inhale, bring that left knee to chest. You can point those right toes or flex the foot. Try pointing the toes for a moment just to find that extension long through the leg, leg moving away from the hip, hip moving away from the ribs. And then see if you can give that left knee a little hug in as you continue to find that length and that extension. Let the shoulders relax. Gentle tuck of the chin here. Take a few more breaths. Maybe with each exhale, that knee hugs in a little closer. And the next inhale, let that right arm come out wide and let that left foot find the right inner thigh as that left thigh opens out to the side. So you find that reclined tree on the other side. Left hand rests on the belly. We feel that opening through the heart, through the belly, through the groin, through the thigh. Again, you can support that thigh with the hand or with a pillow, blanket, or block. Feel yourself sink into the mat. Feel yourself rooted here, strong and steady like a tree. You can flex that right foot if that helps to feel as though you're in the standing posture. If you do that, press the heel into the mat. Feel yourself open here. On the inhale, send that left arm out wide. Sweep the arms up overhead. Reach long. Spread your branches. Spread the fingers wide. And on the exhale, sweep the arms down to the side. Left hand comes under left thigh. Scoops that knee toward the ceiling. Take a breath here. And extend that leg long. Take a breath here. Let the arms come to the sides, palms up, relaxing into the mat. And then on the inhale, hug both knees into the chest. And give yourself a little rock side to side. Give yourself a little circle in one direction and the other. Feel the parts of your low back and your pelvis as they make contact with the mat. Be aware of your body. Hug those knees into the chest. Take a breath here. One more inhale here, and on the exhale, turn onto your side, whichever side is most comfortable for you. I'm going to the right so I can continue to face you. Then we'll take a breath here. And on the inhale, we'll use our hands and start to sweep and push ourselves up to a seat. So find that comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. I'm just going to take a moment and fix my hair here. Root down through the sit bones. Feel both sides of your butt pressing into the mat as if you were making an imprint there. Feel your feet press into the mat. Feel your hands press into the tops of the thighs or the knees. Give them just a little press. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Gentle tuck of the chin as you reach to the crown of the head. Feel your spine lengthen. Remember, our spine is not a straight line. We have this natural S curve there. So be aware of that. Feel that gentle curve of your body. See if you can center yourself over the hips. And on the inhale, we're going to walk our right arm out to the side. And then we're going to sweep that left arm up and over, letting the right elbow bend. But instead of collapsing in here, I want you to reach those fingers to the sky, extend through the crown of the head, and lengthen over to the right, pressing that right side of your butt into the mat. Or left side, sorry. So both sides still rooted as we extend up and over, feeling that whole side body. See if you can lean back just a little bit, as if you're leaning against an invisible wall here. Let this be a restful pose. Reach to those fingers. On the inhale, we'll sweep up. Let that left hand come to the mat. Take a full breath here to center. And then on the inhale, reach that left hand out. Start to find the palm if you can, or otherwise stay on the fingertips. Sweep that right arm up, and when you get here, extend without jacking that shoulder up into the ear. Extend through the ribs, through those lats, through the side body, bending that left elbow, coming up and over, reaching through the crown of the head, finding your longest side body. See if you can lean back just a little bit. Maybe the gaze comes up, maybe it stays down or forward. Wherever you are is perfect. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, let that right hand float to the mat. And we'll take it to the other side again. Right hand glides out, pressing down through both sides of the seat. Left arm reaches up, extending the side and over. Feel the difference there than if you're just cranking to the side here. We're being very conscious of our movements today. Lean back just a little bit. Maybe you see if you can bring your gaze up and see how that feels. And if it doesn't feel right for your neck, you find the place that does feel right. Don't collapse into that bottom shoulder. Let that hand be active. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, left hand glides to the mat. We'll go to the other side. Sweep that left arm out. Reach up with that right hand. And then take it over, rooting through the seat. Feel the expansion of the ribs as you breathe. With each exhale, belly button hugs toward the spine. Lifting out of that shoulder, lifting ribs away from hips on both sides. And we inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right hand sweeps down. Let's find that same extension in our necks. So take your right hand, reach it around the back. If you can't get all the way around, that's okay. You're just going to rest it kind of behind you, but you can use your other hand to assist. And once you're there, let your left ear fall to the left shoulder. So I'm pretty tight on this side, so you're going to see I'm not going to come very far. But I am going to sweep my left hand up and over and just gently rest it on my head. And I'm reaching up and over through the neck again, just as we did in our side bends. Now I'm going to release that top hand, let my chin come towards the left shoulder. Pause there for a moment. And then I'll come back to center, release that right hand. And we'll take that to the other side. So left hand comes around, maybe with a little assistance. And right ear comes to right shoulder. You can stay here. You can bring that right hand up and just gently, like a feather, resting on the left ear. So subtle. Just giving yourself a very gentle touch from the outside in, from the inside out. We're not forcing anything. Just exploring here. And then we'll drop that right arm down if it's up and over the ear and turn that gaze toward the right. Chin drops toward the right shoulder. And then we release that arm and we come back to center. Let's take a full breath here. Let's find a movement through the entire spine now. We'll inhale as we sweep the chest forward and exhale as we arch the back. So finding a little rotation and also a little flexion and extension here. And exploring that natural curve and that natural movement of the spine. And the next inhale will change directions. One more in this direction. And then we'll come back to center. Reach up through the crown of the head, root down through the seat. And then if you're not already facing long ways on your mat, I want you to turn that way again. Find that same place that we started, hands in front of the knees or maybe behind the knees, lifting the chest long, and then slowly coming back one vertebrae at a time, as if you're trying to make an imprint of each bone in the mat. You can use your hands. And then find yourself all the way down. Bend the knees, bring them a little closer to the hips, and we're going to take just some tiny bridges here. So feet are about hip distance apart. You're going to press into the hands, and on the inhale, you'll lift, or curling up, peeling that back off the mat. Take a breath here. And then on your next exhale, trying to find that lowering down one vertebra at a time, as if you're trying to imprint onto the mat. And then when you get all the way down, roll a little bit further all the way onto the tailbone so that low back lifts slightly. We'll come back to neutral and we'll take that one more time. Inhale, pressing into the hands, peeling the pelvis, low back, mid back, maybe the upper back. And if you do, press into the shoulders, lift the heart. One inhale here and exhale as we lower down one vertebra at a time. Coming through that neutral spine and rocking all the way down onto the tailbone. Take a moment here to press into the mat and then very slowly lowering back to neutral. Let's inhale and hug those knees into the chest one more time. Taking a little rock side to side, a little roll in one direction and the other. And on the inhale, give yourself a big hug. Curl it up into a ball. Curl the fingers, curl the toes. Take another breath in and a little bit more. And on the exhale, see if you can just release everything down to the mat with control. And then release that control. Release any efforting over the body, over the breath. And find yourself in a position for final rest or shavasana. And we'll just take a few breaths here together. And if you have time, I invite you to stay in shavasana as long as you'd like today. As long as you feel that you need, maybe 5 minutes, maybe more, to give yourself that peace, to let your practice and its effects work its way into the body. And just taking a moment to note the profound effects that a short practice of awareness and of gentle movement can have on the body. And I hope that you can take that gentleness and that awareness with you off of the mat and into your life. Thank you so much for joining me. hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.